Diversity for profit is a theme I have followed for years, also being involved in the regulation on diversity on boards of listed companies many years ago. And I see this seminar and this action as part of the effort on how the broader shipping industry can develop its competitive advantage in the markets for transportation, in the labor markets, and also in the capital markets. Let me start by some context of what lies ahead in this sector and industry from the government's perspective as part of background. The key objective of Norway's ocean strategy is to promote sustainable economic growth through responsible management. This means that we must ensure a good balance between the conservation and use of marine resources. For this, we need the right knowledge, the right people, and the right structures. And I think today's theme fits well into that. We also build on centuries of experience and a strong knowledge base, both in hardware and software, not only obviously for the domestic market, but worldwide. And it is in the context of a global population that's growing that we also need to approach policies on oceans. In order to reach these sustainable development goals, we need to produce more from the oceans. In the years to come, there will be a need for new jobs, more food, more medicine, and not least a clean environment. Existing industries need to adapt and grow. At the same time, we need to promote both new and emerging, companies. And the shipping industry plays a crucial role in this transition. And how do we then develop, and how can we, from the government side, also contribute into developing, into taking that transition and strengthening the companies. We have a shared interest in keeping our oceans healthy and productive. And to face up to this challenge, my boss, Prime Minister Erna Solberg, established the High-Level Panel for Sustainable Ocean Economy in 2018, last year. This panel consists of heads of government from 14 coastal states and aims to identify and scale solutions in governance, technology, and finance that will drive the transition to a new and sustainable ocean economy for a healthier and wealthier planet. Last year, the government also became one of the patron sponsors of the UN Global Compact Action Platform for Sustainable Ocean Business. And yesterday, our Prime Minister took part in the launch of their latest report, Ocean Opportunities, here at Nordshipping. Also this week, the Norwegian government presented its updated ocean strategy, Blue Opportunities. The strategy is fully in line with the findings of the mentioned Global Goals Ocean Opportunities report, and it reaffirms Norway's priorities in this area, with a focus on increased value creation, sustainable management of the oceans, clean and healthy oceans not least, research and technology development, skills and employment, to mention a few. If I were to pick out a few focus areas of this strategy, I'd like to highlight skills and digitization, climate change and green shipping, as well as value creation along the entire Norwegian coast. Fortunately, and not least addressing you, it's not only governments that are working to promote sustainable use of the oceans. The business community also has an important role to play in ensuring that we use the resources in the best way and, of course, drive innovation and development. Factors such as digitization, automation, and globalization are challenging the status quo, and the need for new technology, new knowledge, competence in both ocean industries, governance, and academia are emerging. The overall aim of our policy is for Norway to continue to be a leading ocean state. The ocean industries are also an example of gender-segregated labour markets, since several of the industries have small percentages of female employees. Men are often overrepresented in ownership and senior management, and even though diversity is certainly more than gender, it is also gender. So I think we need to continue to focus on gender, also in the shipping industry, while I believe diversity is certainly a broader scope and very relevant for today's topic on diversity for profit. In order to harvest the full potential of the ocean economy, we must ensure diversity in the labour force, from workers to top management. To find the solutions for tomorrow's economy, we must approach issues from a diverse set of angles. Diverse teams composed of people of different age, gender, culture, and educational background. And of course, with the very global perspective, both for this industry and for that matter, the North shipping as such, I believe that's a good starting ground. In our Ocean Strategy Blue Opportunities, we also outline the policies to continue to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and to ensure a more gender-equal ocean economy. The government is currently preparing an action plan for female entrepreneurs, which will examine how we can better adjust current policy instruments to promote female entrepreneurship. The government is also increasing its financial support for the scheme Girls in Technology this year. The scheme is a nationwide scheme aiming to increase the number of female candidates in technological disciplines in all levels of the education system. I believe this has been an ongoing effort for some years, showing strong results, but we are not yet where we want to be. In addition to working to achieve a more gender-equal ocean economy, we must ensure the right skills and education for all workers, obviously. The ocean industries use skills from a number of disciplines from various parts of the education system. Vocational training in secondary education, technical and higher education are all important to secure a highly competent labour force in the ocean industries. And as the increasing climate threat induces businesses to develop new and more climate-friendly shipping technology, and as digitization and technology transformation creates a more automated shipping economy, we must ensure that engineers and industry workers are able to develop and produce new, sophisticated technology, and that seafarers are equipped to operate these types of new technology. And again, I believe we have a strong starting point in Norway. Let me highlight a few initiatives around training and skills. We have strengthened the quality and relevance in technical education in line with the government's white paper on skilled workers for the future. We will accommodate an increased intake of professionals from vocational and technical training, as well as engineers, technologists, natural scientists, social scientists, lawyers and the like from higher education. Since 2016, the government has allocated funds to more than 1,500 new places for students on ICT programs at universities and colleges in order to secure the business community increased access to competent professionals. And in line with the long-term plan for research and higher education, the government will also facilitate increased digital skills and knowledge and the use of new technology. Colleges and universities are to lift digitalization to a strategic level and prepare goals and binding measures for digitization in education and research in order to ensure that candidates obtain the relevant and necessary digital skills and knowledge. Of course, there's a combination of a push and pull. And also in the very recent revised budget, we increased the focus and increased the amount of money on how to step up digitalization in the ocean-related study programs being handled in Parliament as we speak. As you will understand, the government have high ambitions for the ocean economy. and we focus intensely on how we can support and develop the strong existing knowledge base in Norway. We strongly believe that increasing diversity, both in gender and along other dimensions, will contribute to this. However, the real test, in my mind, lies with you, with the forward-leaning companies, with the forward-leaning industries. How can and should they approach and view diversity as a lever for improved competitiveness and ultimately profit? I wish you all the best for the rest of the conference. Thank you very much.